You know what's been really nice about the internet? Nobody owned it. There wasn't any one entity that could come in and dictate what was said, what was shown, what you could get, what you couldn't get. Okay, that was the nice thing about it, is that it was something so vast and so limitless that it was literally only limited by somebody's imagination as to what they want to do with it. Whether it was make games, whether it was to make movies, whether it was to go and write a story, it did not matter. You want to express yourself artistically? That's fine. You want to go and express yourself in a way and show the world all the truths that need to be seen and heard? That's absolutely fine. Do you want to just go and post really retarded pictures? That is also fine. It didn't matter. It was something that everybody could go onto and enjoy themselves in some kind of way. That's one of the reasons why I loved it so much. Is literally, you could sit at home, you could sit at a coffee shop, you could sit at a friend's house, access the internet. We have the internet on our phones. We can access all this stuff while we walk around the block with our dog. And I love that. I love that to death. You know what I don't love? When the government wants to step in and tell me, you can't access this site. Why? Because we said. You can't access this site. Why? Because we said. Did you try accessing that site? Well, yeah, I usually go... No. We just passed SOPA, you silly bitch. You don't access nothing without our say-so. Wow. Well, I'm taken aback. The government is going to tell me that I can't go somewhere? Well, do they own that? They do now. They want to run the internet. And the thing is, it's not... The U.S. government isn't just going to go and tell me, a U.S. resident, where I can't go, and what I can access and what I can't. No, they'll also hit up people in Canada, and South America, and Europe, and Asia, and Australia, and Africa. It doesn't matter what part of the world that you're in. This affects you. This affects you in a big way. It may affect me just a little bit more. It affects every single one of you. That's what's fucked up about this. Just thinking about the very idea that they're trying to step in and change the entire landscape that has been pretty much the people's landscape for years and years. We the people have built the internet. The government doesn't like that. Bring in the fucking government's wrecking ball, destroy this shit. That's what they want to do. And why? Two reasons. The first, control. They want absolute, definitive, unyielding control over every single thing that is available on the internet. It will not be posted without their say-so. It will not be seen without their say-so. It will not be made available to you without their say-so. The other, greed. That's what it boils down to, is greed. You know what's funny is that them passing this will cost millions and millions of dollars. You know where that's going to come from? Our pockets. The taxpayers. Do you pay taxes? You'll be paying for the SOPA bill to be passed. Isn't that nice to know? Here's the funny thing. This is something that affects not thousands and not millions, but billions of people around the entire world. Yet they're trying to do this under wraps and as quietly as possible. Just don't say anything. They'll be pissed later on. It's cool. Just go on. Oh shit. See, oh shit is right. Because all this information spread where? The internet. If SOPA had passed already, none of this information would be made available. They'd make sure that you'd be deemed a felon. That's right. If you make any information available that they don't like, you could be deemed a felon. Isn't that nice to know? They could have the site completely blocked, have the site taken down. Isn't that fucking nice to know? That you could be deemed a felon, thrown in jail, fined for thousands of dollars for doing something that you've done on the internet for years. Wow. That's fantastic. And what's worse is the people that are trying to get this passed, they've even admitted on more than one occasion, they've admitted that they don't even know about half the stuff that this affects, about half the people that this affects. Not even half, almost all of it. Hell, there are some that have even said had the balls to even fucking admit that they've never even used the internet. Yet they are literally fighting tooth and nail for this? That's a sick and just absurd joke. The punchline to it isn't anything anybody could ever fucking even get a remote chuckle from. Unless like they like that real screwed up ironic humor. And then they follow suit with actual laughter but with a hammer. Okay? I don't want to see everything get shut down. But that's exactly what will happen. The thing is, this affects so many different people, you wouldn't even think that will it affect this and this and this? Yes. Okay, think of all... You're on YouTube right now, watching my video. YouTube. Oh man, they would pick YouTube apart. Millions, if not billions of videos. Just cut them out, take them down, everything. Okay? A lot of people that I watch on a regular basis, their videos will be taken down. It's not even like they're doing anything illegal. Do you do Let's Play videos and enjoy yourself and have witty commentary and it's real fun for everybody to watch? All of your videos would be taken out. You could be deemed a felon for doing that. Goodness. Hey, do you do an awesome guitar solo and it's a cover of one of your favorite songs? That could be taken down and you could be deemed a fucking felon. Do you review things? Movies, albums, video games, books? Taken down. Do you ever go somewhere and, I don't know, get pictures and everything, get art? That could all be taken down. Where do you go for all your information? Well, guess what? That's going to have to go and be filtered through the government now. That's awesome. You know, it used to be that you could get information. You know, when I say used to be, I mean like right now. But with the government stepping in, they want to make that past tense. Okay? Things that you've gone to for years, you know, your go-to sources, all be taken down. And they'll do it with a big smile on their face, just to ensure things. And throw people in jail and fine an everyday person for doing just regular shit that's not really illegal, but they say it is. This is one of the most crudely put together things that they're trying to get past that I've ever seen. And what's worse is them being backed by anybody that has any amount of common sense. It really just boils down to greed and control. That's really it. But they said that it's to prevent piracy. Wow. To prevent piracy. You're going to save the music industry, the movie industry, the game industry, the book industry. You're going to save all these different industries by preventing them from being shared throughout the entire internet. Wow. You are a white knight on a horse, and you are fighting the good fight. Except for you're really not. It's just a big bullshit curtain. Just a big bullshit curtain. And you're trying to stretch it over a whole lot of stuff. And you're hoping that nobody can see through this transparent and obvious lie. But here's something that the government doesn't know. We're not stupid. We aren't ignorant people. We aren't uneducated. We do have the ability to read and to know an actual problem that needs to be taken care of, and bullshit. Bullshit covered bullshit. Greed. You want control. You don't care about preventing piracy. It's literally laughable to even think that that's their big reason. That's why they're bringing this all together. But the thing is, for it to prevent the piracy, yet it's so vague in term. They can't even go and specifically name what they're trying to prevent. It's just vague. Why? Because it makes it a lot easier to affect tons of other stuff. Pretty much, this law to prevent piracy, really it's the tip of an iceberg. Okay, when I say the tip, I mean like the tip of the iceberg is this, and here is the rest of that glacier, which is what the real meaning behind it is. And it's just control. They want to take over everything. Okay, do you go on Facebook and update stuff? They could tell you not to. Do you go on Tumblr and update? They could tell you not to. Twitter? They could tell you not to. That's awesome to know. Do you ever download anything illegally? It's not like you really have to admit it, but I'm pretty sure at least some of you do. Whether it's music, movies, anything. You could be thrown in jail. For real. And the government will make sure of that. Do you link to anything like that? You could be thrown in jail. Do you think that you're safe because you don't live in the US? No, you're not. Because they want to make it so that they can step in, have you brought in from your country, brought to the United States, and then try you here. Wow. I'm glad my tax dollars are going towards attacking innocent people. If you want to go and really attack anything, if they want to pass a law and say, we're attacking file sharing, and all the people that made the file sharing programs, and the sites that offer the file sharing, just the sites that made this stuff, okay, I would understand that. That would make a bit more sense, but it's just further proof that that's not what this is all about. It's about control. It's about greed. And it's about a fucking government that is messing with the livelihoods of billions of people and doesn't realize that if this gets passed, it's not even going to be like an uprising. It's going to be a fucking full-out rebellion. The likes that they have no clue. Okay, they really don't. It's spellbinding to even think that they're trying to get this to pass and that there's going to be no repercussions in doing such. It's going to be costing me money for you to pass something that I don't agree with. And on top of that, you're going to be affecting things that I enjoy on a daily basis, that I use on a daily basis. You want to dictate my entire life when it comes to the internet and its usage? Fuck you. That is the best thing that I can say to the government, is fuck you. I'll be damned. That's why I'm making this video right now. SOPA needs to be stopped. SOPA is a bad idea. SOPA is a veil of lies. If anybody thinks that SOPA is actually being passed for the greater good of something, then you basically are absolutely fucking lying to yourself. Because anybody with common sense can see through this. Anyone. And you obviously don't care about all the things that it will affect, but once it does start affecting them, then you will boo-hoo too. But instead of boo-hooing, you should be fighting. There's tons of petitions out there that you can go and sign. There's tons of phone numbers so that you can contact the right people and tell them that you don't agree with this. Okay, there's addresses, and you can write an actual letter saying that you don't agree with it. Okay, you can also go there in person, say you don't agree with it, and you don't want it to pass. Alright, every single state has all this stuff available, and you should be taking advantage of it. Myself, yeah. I've done it on many different levels, multiple times. And why? Because I'll be damned if you go and take away one of the many freedoms that I've enjoyed. And I'm not going to bring up my child in a world that's dictated in such a way. I don't want to tell them about the good old days. No. No, it shouldn't be like that. You should fight. 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 Fight this. Fight SOPA. Fight the government. Fight all the companies that are backing SOPA. You should fight too. As many of you know, like I said, there's tons of things that are available. If you want to make that information available, put it in the comments down below. The phone numbers to the states, the representatives. You know, if you have the websites, direct links to the petitions, put them down below. I'll copy and paste everything, put it in the information to ensure that people can continue to find all that stuff. Okay? If you're watching this, then you already know that this is a big deal. This does affect millions upon millions of people. This is a video that I was saving for last. That's how I want to end my year. I know this isn't like my typical rant videos. Okay? This is a very, very, very big problem. This affects people across the entire world, not just here in the States. This affects everyone. And even if you don't live in the States, you should fight too. Do whatever you can. Ensure that your voice is heard. You aren't insignificant. You aren't a nobody. You are just as important as everybody else. You have the right to fight against this kind of shit. The people created the internet. The people should fight to protect it. It's ours. Okay? There isn't one single entity that owns it. Everybody owns it. We have the right to be able to say something about it. We have the right to be able to say, you cannot step in here and take control of it. It's ours. I'll be damned if I'm going to be quiet about it. I'll be damned if I don't do something about it. I don't just lay down, roll over for a single fucking person. Whether it be the government, the president, I don't care. I will not roll over and be quiet. I will not be silent. I will not allow this to pass, and I will ensure that if it does pass, to raise as much fucking hell as humanly possible. I may be one person, but I know millions out there feel the same exact way as I do, so I won't be alone. I will join a charge. I don't give a shit. You should feel the same way too. If you're watching this at home, do something about it. Let your blood boil over this. You should be angry. You should be pissed off. You should not be okay with this, and you should want to do something. It's yours, okay? The internet is yours. You're being lied to, okay? This is not okay. SOPA is not something that you want to see passed, because once it is, shit will never be the same. Fight against it. Like I said, all the information, anybody that wants to share it, by all means. Leave in the comment section. If you want to make a video response talking about it, that's absolutely fine. If you want to share this video of me talking about it, that's absolutely fine. Wherever you want to, I don't care. That is absolutely fine. Say something. Do something. You are all literally just as important as the next person. You don't need to be a multimillionaire to get your voice heard. I'm not. You deserve the rights that you've had for years, and you don't deserve to have them taken away from you just because they're greedy and they want control over everything and everyone. This is the last thing that we have full control over as individuals, and we should continue to do so into next year and every year thereafter. I want to die an old man knowing that the internet is still an open world for everybody to enjoy, and that's the truth. You should feel the same exact way. Like I said, share all the information that you want. If you have anything to say, comment below. That's fine. Video response, anything. Get it out there. Say what you can while we can. This is AlphaOmegaSin, as always. Nerds, nerdettes, gamers. Game the fuck on and fight SOPA. Because this shit, it's not good.